Yep.
so much.
So I shared with you guys my business goals.
Yes.
This here is something I gained from Victoria, and I immediately said, okay, I love that. And so I'm excited about the possibilities with engaging with you guys. This has been fun. I always say I'm at my best when I'm just open with Q&A, but I love having to work with companies where I bring in some focus on specific things because it is that fresh set of eyes.
The one thing though that you're doing that we're not, and we need to put, is our picture on there. We need to put that
Absolutely.
picture of you and me, Advisors to Millionaires at the top.
Mm-hmm.
And instead of the three-part virtual course, that the next one needs to have, the Chapelwood experience.
Okay.
That's what it needs to go to.
Yeah, I agree. All right, guys, it's been a very long meeting. It has been very productive. I am grateful. So thank you, my friend. Now, the last thing on our list is I want y'all to understand about the collaboration and the whole point of me saying, because of the engagement, because he took action right away, it got my attention to complete his form. And actually, I sent him some feedback on his form, and luckily I was in a position doing training there going to the next event that I was able to give him that feedback. And I was interested because it was right on my mind. He sent it to me and I was able to give him feedback, and he said, well, let me explain it. And he starts explaining it to me because it was just texting back and forth and emailing, or I can't remember how we did that, screenshotting it. And I'm filling out the form, and he said, but Victoria, thank you for the feedback, because if it's confusing to you, it may stop people from filling it out. And I said, exactly. I screenshotted one page and I said, you need to work on this. Do you remember that? I sent it back and I said, you need to work. This we got to talk better. You need to clarify. I just said something real quick, and then I think you called me. You said, explain to me. And, why is that confusing? And then you said, oh, well, you started explaining. I said, that's my point. If you have to explain it to me, it wasn't clear. And so he took that and he's let's fix this. Because he sent it out to 60 people. And I knew that because I had asked him. I knew it because I asked him, how many contacts did you get? Do you know how many I got? I'm more picky than he is, let's be honest. More selective. I got 10. I got 60. I said, okay. So lesson learned, Victoria, do not prejudge everybody like you do. Might as well get more. Because, and I told him that how many of those people have responded to you? I know I was the first. How many people?
15.
That's, yeah.
Cast
And
a
that's-
wider net.
Yep. Yeah, and that's shocking to me. And it is surprising that many people actually have filled out the form, done the, because it's a long form, you gotta take time to do it. So, but it's our network is different. But the point of the collaboration is, I now feel 100%, I had a good feeling about, can I be a champion for him? That was my thought. For a lot of things that happened in those 2.5 days, could I be a champion for him? And me immediately, I'm gonna go help this guy, I'm gonna do this. And I'm like, whoa, wait a minute, we really don't know. But I knew after just some communication that I felt 100% confident giving him to Donna. That Donna would get, because her podcast is, she does first class work. Another woman, but she likes to do all these women. And I was like, okay, this would be great, Nan. And it was like, no, Nan's gonna be, it's all, for her, it's gonna be all about, it's not a female. No, she needs expand her horizon. Donna is all about the power of women, but she does not limit it. Like we at the commission, I'm all about bringing on men advisors. We had this battle at the commission over it. Like, no, you talk about keeping us, bringing us to the table, and now you want to shut out men? Like, no.
Did you
They
tell
bring
him that
value.
he works with women? Specializes?
No, not yet. No, but I am.
But that's a good point.
Yes, but I laid the groundwork.
Yeah.
Well, thank you, Pamela, but I've been laying the groundwork for her.
Good.
So the point is that now, you can feel 100% comfortable knowing that, if there's a stage, because the next step is when you're on a stage, that you give that feedback to, hey, which I told y'all at the meeting. I gave you the example, like, hey, listen, this has been a wonderful experience. You know, when you need great speakers for your audience, you know, just let me know. You know, and I have this list, I have these people, I have these topics that, you know, we can refer each other to. So, that's where I see this going, you know, in the future. And that's why those champion videos say, when you, and if you looked at one with the champions, and I said, you know, this is something that I'm gonna be focused on next year. And when these associations, this comes up, I want you to know that I want you to think of me for wealth management. So I'm working on that whole bullet point, for each person's the same thing every time. Associations, entrepreneurs, women's groups, church groups, I don't care what, you know, as long as it's a quality group that has an interest in this subject. So, and I will do the same for you. And that's kind of like the whole point about teaching this dream team what to say, how to say it, short, brief, bullet points, but they can do it in less than a minute. You want them to do it in 30 seconds. And I watched him in action. I mean, he just proved to you with the example he used with Pamela. It's not rocket science, but you gotta slow down, stop, think about how can I help you help me? I know what you're gonna say, you're an employer, of course. Anyway,
Yeah,
I know
that's a
we've
great-
all
that's a-
got,
let me
we've
give
all
you
got.
one la- Let me give you one last thing,
Uh-huh.
just so you guys are aware, because Victoria, she did refer to Donna, and I think Donna, we missed each other, but she wants to reschedule for November 23rd, but I was on a couple of podcasts and I made introductions to Victoria, and it was much like I just now did. But then also with another one of the goals about recruiting 3 new financial advisors. Well, I met a lovely young lady who was in the service industry and kind of pre-screened her. And I ended up sending her a note saying, hi, it was so nice meeting you. As promised, I will introduce you to a woman CEO who has been a successful financial professional for 25 plus years. And then when she responded back to me, I said, great morning. This is the company, sent her the company's website. Do you have a resume that you can email? And so she just now, this morning, texted me back saying, hello, I do, I will send it to you by the end of the day. I need to make a few updates.
Relationships.
And so, I always, like I said, I always, my value proposition always is my ability to walk everything I do out. And that's really what people will receive me, and I'm glad that Victoria has experienced me in that way. And so I'm honored to have the opportunity to connect with you all, because like I said, 6 degrees of separation, we all know somebody, and I look forward to have an opportunity for you guys to get to know me more, so that in turn, you know, those goals that I have, I can shortcut it by working through people that I can deliver value to.
Can we get a group photo?
Please.
Oh,
let's
maybe
do
that's a
that.
great
I
idea.
wanna post it on LinkedIn and tag you, and I'm gonna follow, you're on LinkedIn.
Oh, yeah, thank you.
I'm
And
gonna-
this is what he's gonna promise me today, we're
I'm
gonna have
gonna
another
follow.
discussion, but okay. This has to do with one thing that I want you to promise me, so we'll talk about it privately, but let's do, who's gonna take the picture? We don't have anybody here, Reno's
You
not
can
here.
set your timer, right? You can set your timer.
You can do it on that.
Yeah.
You can
Yeah,
set a
we'll
timer
have to set a
on that.
timer on that.
Okay.
I don't know how to do that.
Well, I need-
I can help.
I don't need,